what we do is important because we let people know what's going on in their community and what the things that are going on, how they will affect the people that are living in Rosehill. People come to the community centre every day, they use the facilities, they walk around the estate. I mean, why wouldn't you not want to know what's going on in your community?
I've lived here most of my 75 years, and apart from Navy days and one or two other reasons why I left for a year or so, but I have this interest in the history of Rosehill. It isn't just about a council estate that was built 60, 70, 80 years ago. It's about who lived here long before ever we came on the planet. But there's so many things that can be written about, and I'm hoping that I can put some of those things down on paper and perhaps even some photographs to go with it. It's of paramount importance that we have a local newspaper. It's one way of ensuring that the community are aware of what's going on, what they can take part in, how we can all come together, or at least make an attempt to come together. As you may know, Rosehill is a very sort of cosmopolitan area. We have some wonderful people from Asia, Africa, Europe, and each one and every one of them are really good to know. And I think that's really where I'm coming from. I like to think that we'll come together even more, although we're going through a difficult perhaps period in our history. I don't see why that should stop us being together.
I think people wait for Rosehill News to come through the door. It tells them what's going on in their own community. It's part of them. I've spoken to a lot of people when they thought that the Rosehill News was going and that it wasn't going to be replaced, and they were really upset. It's a well-valued resource for Rosehill.
Yes, I think hyperlocal news can do things differently from mainstream news and can actually correct a huge imbalance. There are a lot of papers, national papers, that thrive on anger. They deliberately foment hatred because they want to have goodies and baddies. I think what local news can do is to help people see everyday issues as complex, not insoluble, but complex. So you can show the pros and cons of different things that are going on locally, and you don't have to come down on one side or the other. You don't have to cast people as villains or heroes. You can say, yes, we're planting some trees in the recreation ground. Some people think this is a bad idea because it could be a cover for hooligans. Other people think it would be nice to green the local recreation ground. These are complicated things. People have different views. We can talk about it. There are no villains here.